All right. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another Around 30 Minutes. And like always, I have a special guest with me. Today I have the Retro Nostalgic Nerd from Retro Now Reviews with me today. So I'm really excited. We've tried to get yesterday to get on and everything, but a lot of stuff happened, life happens, and everything. But so much, I want to thank you so much for joining me, taking time out of your busy schedule to come on my little program.
Oh, thanks for having me, man.
How you doing?
I'm
You doing
doing
all
good.
right?
Very good.
Do you do anything fun, exciting today?
Today?
Yeah, it's a nice weekend,
Yeah, it rained really kind of hard in this area until probably
Oh,
like 11. But after that,
okay.
it kind of started to get nice out. So,
Very nice, very
little
nice. I think.
errands, trying to run around before Easter tomorrow.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But you're frozen. Or am I frozen? One of us is frozen.
Oh, I
Wait,
hate the
you're
internet.
frozen.
Yeah, I know.
Is it me or you?
No, it's me.
Okay. Because I made sure before we did this that I paid the cable bill.
It started. I can't believe it. I hope this doesn't do it, and it already started. Oh my god, I hate this thing. I really do.
I'm assuming you're like this is computer wired, or I guess it's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's wired. Wow.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I need a new internet. I'm sorry, not a new internet. I need a new router, and my router craps out, and it always does. Okay, hopefully we're back now.
Yep.
So okay.
You're a little pixelated, but I see you.
Yeah, I hate this. I'm gonna go get a new router tonight or something after this or something. Anyways, all right. So yeah, what I was gonna say is it rained like a lot a couple days ago. So I'm guessing y'all got our rain and everything. So that's why it rained and everything. Okay,
Yep.
let's start. So hopefully it won't jack up again. Um, so what do you collect?
Pretty much anything from my childhood that like really brings me back to the simpler time before you had to do so much adulting. Primarily is the Transformers and then the Ninja Turtles, Masters Universe, retro games. Uh, the things that I don't have anything. It's probably easier to tell you what I don't have. I don't have any Thundercats. I don't have any Joes, and um, but I have Voltron stuff. So I guess the Voltron, Turtles, Transformers, retro gaming, and Masters Universe. I kind of the Filmation. I really got into this because it's like the masterpiece version of like Masters Universe, at least in my opinion. There, and I got really kind of addicted to that.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
I never was into Thundercats either when I was a kid, and not as an adult either. So I just never really something
I
was
liked
painful.
it, but it's really expensive. Like oh my god, like that's like big ballin' collecting when you collect Thundercats. I mean, just go ahead and on eBay and try to look up a Lino mint on card. You're looking at almost a G.
Really?
And, yeah,
Wow.
I met
Well,
the dude that does the voice for Lino in RetroCon,
oh,
Larry
okay.
Kenny. Oh my god, he was so nice, right? So I was volunteering, helping my friends out that run it, and we're at the door, and he came up to me and said, "Excuse me, do you know where the bathroom is?" Dude, he sounded just like Lionel. Like I sat there, I'm like, "Oh my god, Lionel's asking me where he can pee." I'm like, "Right
That's
over there,"
awesome.
and he goes, "Thank you very much." And I said, so I stopped. I said, "I'm just a big fan." I said, "Thank you for the childhood memories." I mean, because
Mhm.
something about the '80s that it has not been replicated, and I don't think it will be replicated. Definitely not in our lifetime. Just the entertainment, the heart that went into just the toys and
Yeah.
the cartoons and
Cartoons,
even
yeah.
the music. I like and a lot of '80s was one hit wonders, except of course like Def Leppard and stuff like that that
Mhm.
keep going. But this, one of my
Just
favorite
the
movies is
nostalgia.
Beverly Hills Cop. Like,
Oh, yeah.
dude, I watched the videotape so much that the picture actually faded and it was just sound. Like I
Nice.
watched it
Very
every
nice.
night. My mom would come up and she'd hear me, and I used to like do sit ups while I was watching it. I'm trying to stay fit, whatever. And you see how that worked out. But dude, like she was like, "You're watching that again?" It's just something about that. I love it, and it doesn't make sense, but it's a good movie. But I
That
just
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. It was you were happy.
but
That's what
watching it
made
every
you happy.
yeah, but watching it every night. But the picture actually faded. I'm just audio, so now I have it
Yeah.
on like DVD and Blu-ray. I still watch it, but not every night.
Dude, I had tapes. I know you listened to tapes back in the day. I listened to tapes so much that you can even, the whole writing was all, scratched off, and you couldn't even listen to it anymore. I remember having to buy, other different tapes, and because I would just listen to them so much, it would just say, well, you can listen to them anymore.
Nice.
It was very nice. But yeah, but that's good. Beverly Hills Cop is a good one. Which one's your favorite one? 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, 1 by far.
1? Okay.
Yeah.
I like 3. I thought
3 was fun with Wonderland and Uncle Dave. Like that was. I just got my driver's license, and the first place I ever drove was actually to see Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Oh, nice.
I just got my license the day before it was released, and I was like, hey, Mom, can I borrow the car? And she's like, okay. And that's the first place I drove by myself.
Very nice, very nice. I just want to apologize to y'all. I know my internet already screwed up. I'm gonna go get a new router. I'm sorry. Hopefully this won't mess up again. But thank y'all for joining us and everything. So going on with that question of what do you collect? Why do you collect? Have you always collected? Like I always say collect as a kid, but I don't think collecting was a kid. As a kid was really something we just run and play with stuff. Have you collected something as like a teenager to your adult life? Has it always been something like that for you?
Well, are you still there? Okay, you're there. I thought you were going to freeze. Like you said, you have the toys when you're a kid, and it's not really collecting. You're just kind of like getting them because you like them and asking them for your birthday and Christmas. Probably around 18, right after I graduated high school, and I started to get the itch for the box Transformers, and back then they were kind of reasonable because this was pre-eBay, pre-internet, so you really had to toy hunt. It wasn't like you go on and you click something. You had to find the collectible stores and maybe friends that have them and they don't want them anymore. I got some through that way. I had some that I had from when I was a kid, and I just would find collectible toy stores. A lot of them. There was a couple in northern Jersey, one New York. I mean, I went all over the place. I even went as far. I went up northern Jersey past New York City. Like I saw it pass me from behind, and I went there and I got a sealed Prime, G1 Prime, and then they had an Inferno, and I was on the fence with the Inferno. They wanted like $80 for it. It was in the box. I still have it. It's up there. And I was like, I don't know. So I went back home, and the next day I was like, oh my God, I got to have it. So I drove like 2.5 hours back the next day. So this, I don't know, it's before the internet. So you had to do a little bit more legwork. It's a lot easier now. I mean, you can just lie in bed and scroll and, hey, I kind of got in trouble doing that before because, if you're kind of like a little groggy and you're like shopping, I've woken up before. I woke up before. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't say that. I was like, oh no. And then I had to explain why there's a package there.
Yeah. Or it's like, I don't remember ordering that.
Yeah, that happened a couple of times, dude. And I was like, hey, I'm glad I did get it, but might not have been the right time to get it. But hey, it's here now. Oh, freezing.
God.
There you go. I got you a little pixelated.
I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I should stop doing these so I could, buy the router so I can actually, do this stuff. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, good. All right. So who is your favorite character and why is he or she your favorite character?
Favorite character would definitely have to be Soundwave. Just something about Soundwave. I don't know whether it was the voice. My favorite color is blue. He transformed into a cool tape player. I could try to rationale why he had been my favorite, but he just kind of stuck through favorite. I had like a Soundwave obsession. I have 3 MP Soundwaves.
Nice.
3 originals in a box, a couple reissues, and I'm waiting for the Walmart Soundwave to come out, and I'm gonna be like scratching myself, grabbing it off the shelf. But the way Walmart reissues have been coming out, they're really hard to find. Like Walmart toy hunting's not that fun. There's just the toy aisle just looks like an explosion. There's stuff everywhere, and if you find stuff, sometimes it's damaged. But I mean, as long as the toy itself's not damaged, I'll still grab it. But
nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm excited for the Soundwave. I think it's gonna be cool to look. I was excited when Starscream came out, so the Soundwave too. So.
Did you get a Starscream?
Oh yeah, I got
okay. Did you get 2 Starscream? You're like, I have.
I didn't get to. I
You
got the
didn't get
hot rod. No, I got the Starscream hot rod. I've got the little mini bots. I had a Devastator, but I gave it away too because I didn't really need it. I had the Takara
Oh, okay.
reissue one, and I'm still waiting for Warpath and Gears. I haven't seen those yet. And,
yeah, I'm on the hunt for those.
Yeah, and the tape are coming too, so that's good. Someone asked, "Is that a Cookie Crisp Jazz?"
That is a Cookie Crisp Jazz. Yeah.
Wow.
Got that. It's a custom. Some dude made it, and he did a really, really good job. I mean, I have a video with myself eating a bowl of Cookie Crisp, and then I like open it up and mess with it. So,
very nice. That's cool. Well, let me ask you about that. So, where do you get your ideas for your your reviews and everything? And how long have you been doing reviews, and why did you start doing it? Also, I guess that's 3 questions. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, thank you for calling the reviews. I kind of just like they're kind of like, a lot of work goes into reviews. There's a lot of toy reviewers that do like a lot of homework and know everything that they're going to say. I kind of just like a kid in a candy store, grab it and open it up and explore the first time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess the reason you're wanting to know the reason I do the reviews.
Yeah,
or the videos.
What made you start? What made you inspire? What inspired you just to start doing anything like that?
Okay. Well, I was out of the area. I lived out of state, and I was kind of watching YouTube, and I stumbled upon James Rolfe, who does the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool, and I started watching that, and when I moved back to the area from where I'm from, I thought, wow, why don't I try to do videos with my collection and share it with everybody? Because it's kind of like just in like a little man cave, if you will, and I can't really share it with a lot of people because they just look like toys. I had a guy come in here and he said, what are you collecting, Legos? And I said, oh God. I said, okay. So I looked at it like a way to share it and just see,
Okay.
And I really didn't know that there was this big toy community on YouTube. I had no idea. Because prior to even making one video, I didn't search Transformers on YouTube at all. Like I went in blindly, and it was a little bit of a rough start. Just not from a community standpoint, just from some of the comments. They were pretty rough on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get it's kind of weird the way some of the people get angry. I'm like, okay, I'm just I'm talking about a toy. Like, how can you get so angry and so hateful? But they do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, but since then, that I've been doing it since 2016, and a lot of that was from 2016. And you just gotta have thick skin to be put yourself out there on the internet. So I made sure that the skin was thick, and here I am, and I enjoy doing it. So
that's the best part right there, enjoying it.
I mean, dude, I met so many cool people through the community. Like, it's crazy how many cool people are out there that have the same liked interest. And it's weird. It's really weird. Okay, so like when I saw you at NJCC, it was like I saw an old friend. And you and I have never really met in person prior to that, but that's what I really enjoy too. It's like it's hard to explain. You either get it or you don't. Like the camaraderie. I know I said that wrong, but you know what I'm saying. The camaraderie.
I say it all the time. I say
I said it wrong again. I'm done, but you know what I'm saying. It's just cool. Like the fellas with the ROC, I see them, and open arms, welcoming, warm, and I talk to them, and it feels like I've known them for years. And I think what really fuses everybody together is just the strong passion and shared interest. And it's the collecting is really, it's a non-judgmental activity, especially within the community. I don't care what you collect. I mean, I'm not going to judge you if you like to collect GI Joes, you like to collect My Little Ponies, you like to collect Care Bears, you like to collect Transformers. It's just whatever you collect. It's like that passion. It fuses like a unity. It fuses a unity because everybody
whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, exactly, and it's really good. And I haven't seen it anywhere else. Like the toy community is just awesome. It's just amazing.
we have one life, and like you just said, you just have to weed out the bad ones. And overall, a lot of people think that, the fandom is toxic and everything, but
You think it's toxic?
yeah, a lot of people, yeah, it is
Really?
toxic. There's some. You're not on Facebook, and
No,
everything, but
I
if you're
don't
on
have Facebook.
Facebook, it is toxic. I'm
I
telling you right now. Yeah.
really, it's all from the Facebook section.
Not all. I mean,
Okay.
there's some websites, TFW. There's some toxic people out there, but it's
Yeah.
it's a very small percentage, but it's a very vocal percentage. If
Oh,
that
okay.
if that makes sense, and when you're trying, people, post stuff, about their stuff and everything, then you got somebody that wants to come along and just crap on it. And you want to be a troll or something, and
Yeah.
it
Just
kind
don't
of,
feed the trolls.
yeah, exactly. But overall, like you just said, like the ROC, and other groups, there's other groups, the hardcore collectors or whoever,
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of great people and a lot of good people that, are on, same, I don't want to say mission, but the same, kind of mission that you are. You just want to have fun. You want to buy toys that is, brought you back to your childhood,
Hmm.
and you just want to have fun. You don't want to deal with other people, crapping on your stuff and everything. So it's just, there's a small percentage, but like I said, it's very vocal. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. So.
Well, yeah. It's one of the. I haven't had Facebook in years, so I tell you, Twitter is awesome. You can interact with people across the
Mhm.
world, and I've made so many friends on Twitter alone.
Yeah.
I mean, you can interact with Mark Hamill. I mean, he's so cool that he actually responds to you. I mean, he can't respond to everything because he's got millions of people that
Oh yeah.
tweet him,
Of course. Yeah.
but he does take the time, and I find that amazing. I mean,
Hmm.
that's beyond awesome, and you could not do that on any other format but Twitter. How else are you
Hmm.
going to get a hold of Mark Hamill? You're going to send him an email. He's never going to
I
be able
go,
to. Yeah.
I go camp out in the front yard usually, and
Well, yeah, yeah. You
he
could, you
just
could,
takes me
you could.
out. Yeah.
I'm saying, like, yeah, you could do the stalking thing. Yeah, of course.
I stalk Peter Cullen all the time. No, but Mark V, he has do trolls go to conventions too. Um, yeah, they do, but they usually the ones that are the trolls on, in the internet on and all this stuff are keyboard warriors, what they call them,
Ah,
and they want to be a big and badass behind the keyboard, but they won't say anything to you at the convention. I promise you. Most of the time, they don't even show up. But if they do, sometimes they don't. You wouldn't even know they were a troll. So that's what I think. So that's it. Okay. So I told you about, so you've been doing this since 2016 and everything.
mm,
And so I don't know if you answered, how did you come to do how you do your review or, reviews or, whatever you want to call them.
oh,
How do
okay.
you,
You mean like my
yeah,
my
what inspired you, to do that?
uh like the way I do them? You're
Yeah.
asking? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to kind of
You do
make
it a
it
different
like,
way. You do it a different way from what other people do. You try to,
yeah. Well, yeah. I guess like I just try to make it entertaining,
Hmm.
and some of the skits will just hit me out of nowhere. I won't even be thinking of them. I'll just be doing something. And that's kind of like a lot of things that hit me, like ideas that I'm not really like sitting there and trying to focus and think of something. Just kind of like you know, there was a
Hmm.
time that I did a little bit of stand-up comedy throughout the Philadelphia area back in 2011.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, that was kind of that was scary sometimes, but I never got heckled and I never got booed, so that was kind of cool.
That's good.
Um, but and the ideas and bits that I had for that would just come to me. I mean, I
Okay.
would
So it
be
came into your videos.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So that's
nice.
kind of like things just come to me.
Okay.
More recently, I had the ideas of doing the intros with like songs and making like a parody of them,
Hmm.
and I kind of enjoy that a lot. And I kind of like,
Okay.
I'll just write down the ideas as they hit me, and then
Right.
just put it all through, and it's
Okay.
fun. I enjoy it, and
Yeah.
I guess some people like it, maybe.
Yeah. A lot of people do. People don't like my stuff either, so it's fine. It's fine. We'll just be the two unlikable review
Oh
guys.
no, you're good, dude. You're good, dude.
Cool. All right. So I just knocked over some Transformers. All right. So if you could have one last meal, and like I always say, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. What last meal would that be?
Oh wow. I guess all you can eat crabs.
Really? Now
Yeah.
from a chain or like somebody that makes them, a family member or something makes them really.
Well, no. I I used to live close to Disney World, and there was a all you can eat restaurant at the beach club. It's
Hmm.
called and all you can eat crabs was there. It was called Cape May Cafe.
Okay.
And before we had moved back up to the Philly area, I had ate there for my birthday, and
Mhm.
like I ate there for probably 2 hours. Like, yeah.
Wow.
She was getting so mad at me. She was like, "Oh, everybody keeps coming and going." And I had like buckets of crabs. And she's like, "I can't even look at you." I was like, "I can't even look at myself either." And I just kept eating.
You're like, I can't look at myself. I don't care.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. So definitely hands down crab legs.
Okay, cool. Very nice. Very nice. So if are you a cereal guy? And if you are, what is your favorite cereal?
Cereal guy. Huh. I guess my favorite cereal, it's kind of changed through the years, you know.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Right now I'm been eating a lot of Raisin Bran, but I
I
like
like Raisin Bran.
yeah, I like Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm trying to go the healthy route, but kind of like everything breaks down the sugar anyways. So
Mhm.
I'm a shredded frosted shredded wheat, I would guess say.
Okay. I can eat some of those. Them are good.
Yeah,
I like the frosted. Now, if it's just shredded wheats, I don't know about
yeah,
that.
yeah. You need
That's
some of the
too,
sugar on that. Yeah.
yeah, that's too much. That's too much dirt right there. Kato's toy box. He said he did stand up comedy in the '90s. Okay, cool. I didn't know
Oh,
that. You should have
nice.
told me that when you was on just last week, or no, a couple days ago. Not last week. Jeebus. So, and speaking of favorites, so what is one of your favorite movies that if you were just flipping through the channels, if you watch it at the beginning, the middle, or the end, you can watch it anytime you wanted to. What is a favorite movie?
Aside from like Beverly Hills Cop,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I guess that'd be it. You just answered it already.
well, yeah, Beverly Hills Cop would be one of the retro ones.
Mhm.
I like Friday, with Chris
Oh,
Tucker and Ice Cube.
nice.
Oh my God,
Hell
I could
yeah.
like recite that.
Oh yeah.
When the dad comes in and
Uh-huh.
he pours the milk and only one splash of milk comes out,
Yeah.
he's like, and then his
Oh, dude,
dad's
when he's
like,
in the,
his dad goes, "Every time I come in the kitchen, you're in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator eating up all the food." He's
when
like,
he's in the bathroom, dude, and it's
"Oh,"
raining,
he's like,
raining.
"Craig, come in here." He's like, "Where you at?" He's like, "I'm in the bathroom." And he comes in, he's like, "I'll wait till you get out." He's like, "Boy, I
Uh,
smelt your shit for 28 years. You can smell mine for 5 minutes."
yeah,
See, I told you I could recite. I
that
watched
was
that a lot.
classic. Yeah, very nice, very nice. That's a good one. Good choice.
Oh yeah.
So what was the first concert? Are you a concert kind of guy? And what was the first concert you ever went to?
Oh yeah. Yeah. When I was in my 20s, I was definitely a concert guy. First concert I ever went to was Def Leppard.
Oh, okay,
But
nice.
since then, I've seen Korn,
Mhm.
311, Rob
Yep. Very good.
Zombie,
Same
Fear
on fire.
Factory, Static X,
Yeah.
Beastie Boys, Green Day, Rage Against the Machine. One of their last tours. That was cool because I was working and like I had to get there in time, and I got there when the Roots were opening up. So
Oh.
I tunneled my way all the way through the pit and got all the way to the actual like line where you could stand right there.
Mhm.
And I knew this was their Rage's last tour in the Philly area, so I wanted to make sure that was up there.
Mhm.
And I got so close that I put my hand out, and Zach, the lead singer, slapped me 5. And the whole time, dude, the concert, there was a girl behind me clawing to get my spot, and she actually like drew blood, like there was blood on my shirt at the end of the
Oh,
concert.
man.
I wouldn't move. She
I
just
would,
wanted that spot. I was like, no, no.
but she should have got equal rights and equal lefts too, man. Because man, come on now, you don't touch
I
somebody
didn't do
like
that,
that.
but yeah, I just kind of
It's like
ignored her, and
flicker in the
just felt,
nose, like
yeah.
get
I
away.
just felt the pain, and after that, I just looked at my shirt. I was like, oh, well, that's trash.
Exactly, like and my first concert was I told the last time I was on, I said I was Brittany Fox, Lita Ford, and Poison. So I'm a
Oh,
big
nice.
Poison fan. So I've seen them like 13 times.
Really?
So
Now,
yep.
have you
So
ever met any members of the band?
I got to meet Brett Michaels, the lead singer. We this was like 2008, 2009ish or thing around there.
Okay.
And my girlfriend at the time, not my wife now, she won front row tickets and meet and greet passes. So I got to
Nice.
meet Brett Michaels. He's the only one I got to meet. Something on CC was always my favorite, but I
Okay.
never got to meet him. But it was cool. I got one of his solo albums, Songs of Life or something, signed, and I got to talk to him for a little bit. So it's cool. It's
That is
fun. It
cool.
was, and oh, he slapped my hand too when I got to shake his hand, but during the concert because I was in the front row, he slapped my hand too. So that was pretty cool. So
That is cool.
all right. So if you had to stop collecting, would you be happy with your collection as it is now? And if you started over, would you collect a different way than you are now?
If I stopped now, yeah, I'd be fine because it's doing the job. It's bringing me back to the moment, your innocence, your youth,
Mhm.
and back to the. It brings me back to these. This is pretty much as close to a machine that I can get. And so when
Yeah.
I come in here and I'm stressed, or I look, and it's it brings you back.
Yeah.
So I
Mhm.
would be happy if I stopped. I'd be content. Yeah.
Nice.
And what was the second part? I'm sorry, dude.
If you started collecting again, like if you start over, if you lost all
Mhm.
your stuff, I don't want anything bad happen once again. Would you collect a different way? Would you do the G1 again, or would you like do just masterpiece or anything like that, or anything like that?
I'll be here's a real honest answer. I would not collect again. If
Okay,
something were to
that's fine.
happen and
That's
everything
fine.
would just be gone,
Mhm.
it's it's time consuming. It takes and not that I don't enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but
Right. No, that's understandable.
it does sometimes consume you.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that I would have the memories. I would miss the stuff, but
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't think I would try to chase it again. I would just kind of
Okay.
you know I live vicariously through you and stuff.
Yeah. It's a big chunk out of your life.
Yeah.
And Mark asked, how long have you been collecting? Actually.
As an adult, um, I bet since 18, so right out of high school.
Okay.
But I've
Oh
had
wow.
some of the stuff since I was younger.
Yeah. Also, some of that stuff from when you were a kid then.
Yeah, yeah. I have
Oh,
my first Transformer ever still. It's Gears,
oh,
and
nice.
I remember my mom gave it to me. She got it for me from the pharmacy that she got my medicine because I was sick and I was lying on the bed and I was
Mhm.
actually watching cartoons and she'd come in. She goes, "I got your medicine. I got you a gift," and it was Gears, and that was the first one,
That's
and I still
awesome.
have him. Yeah.
That is so cool. I wish I don't have any. We've moved so much, and this is a lot of kids, from the '80s moved a lot, everything, and they just, the family just threw, your mom and dad threw out all your stuff, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I threw my stuff out because I had a lot of stuff. GI Joe, He-Man was my first love. I had tons of
Okay.
He-Man, Mask. I loved the Mask.
Oh, I
You know,
forgot about Mask. Yes, I had Mask too. I don't have any now, but I used to.
I got some. I bought some Mask stuff, and I'll pick up one if I see them at a convention or something. I'll pick up one in here and there and everything. But I had more Mask I think than I did the Transformers at one point. But
Are they
yeah,
pricey now? Like, if you
um,
collect them now, I don't even know.
in box, yes. Just like your stuff in the box, yes. But
Sure.
loose stuff, they can range from 5 to maybe 100 or something like that. But most of the stuff I got were pretty cheap. It just
Okay.
matters if they're complete and everything. That. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I lost all my stuff, and I wish I had it, but oh well. So, if you were to own a third-party company, what would be your first release, and what scale would it be?
Ooh. So I guess like you're talking about pre-existing third parties, not creating one your own, right?
No, yeah, your own. You have a third-party
Oh.
company, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
your
So
own
this,
stuff, and you want to, come out and and just surprise everybody. What would be your first release that you would want to release? What scale?
a now when I say scaled, I use this scaled to maybe like let's just say scaled to fans toys, Omega Supreme, or
Okay, so you're a
yeah,
city bot, kind of a city
yeah.
bot.
So what I would do no, but mine would be Unicron. We need a big Unicron. Like
Yeah,
we need a
that's
big.
cool.
Yeah, I think people kind of want a big Unicron, and
How big would it
people.
be though?
Uh,
Because he's got to
eh,
be bigger than Omega
well,
if you're
at
going on that
least ten
scale.
feet. At least 10 feet.
Ooh,
Like you would
oh,
have to have him in
man.
pieces, and like you'd have to like
Yeah.
screw him in. He wouldn't really be
Screw me. Yeah.
transformable per se, but he would be
Yeah.
able to like mount over.
Jesus, man. Where would you put that? I wouldn't have
Uh,
anywhere to put that thing.
I
My wife would
I would find
kill
him. I
me.
would find somewhere to put it.
I'd have to move my wife out, I guess, because she'd have to replace him. Because I don't know where I would put that thing. I mean, that's a good. Now, well, Star Wars did. They did the what's that thing called, the barrage or whatever they just did.
What's that?
I forgot what it was called. Bobby Skullface got it. I forgot the. Somebody will put it in the chat. I forgot what it was, but
It's a
they just
Star
did
Wars toy.
one. Yeah, Star Wars. They made the Jabba the Hutt thing, whatever. It was like $500.
Oh, the ship.
Yeah, the ship. Yeah,
Where he's
yeah, it was like a crowdfunding thing. Now, do you
Oh,
think that? I think if they did a crowdfunding for Unicron, I think it would sell. I think a lot of people would want that.
oh yeah. I mean, that's kind of like it's very prior to the movie. Obviously, Unicron didn't exist.
Yeah.
No one really cared about having something like that. But I think that since the original movie, it's been such a staple in the
Hmm.
continuity is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, people would want that.
Oh, yeah. Barrage. It was the Jada, the Java Barrage, whatever. So yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it was huge. They did a fun run, crowdfunding, whatever. People had to pre-order and everything. It was like $500, and
Oh wow.
it turned out pretty good. I mean, it sold out. I mean, everybody bought one, so it must have done something good. So, um, so Transformers have been around, for about 35 years now.
Yep.
So what would you like to see from Transformers as far as like its comics, a cartoon or movies to pique your interest for another 35 years if you were to collect that long? What would you like to see from Transformers moving forward?
So you're talking like anything like toys, or comics, and
Yeah,
movies?
anything that would interest you.
I really liked the Bumblebee movie. I know that this is kind of a mixed review. Most people liked it.
I did. I like it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, and I think
Mhm.
that if they kept going in that direction, I
Okay.
would enjoy that a lot. I mean, certainly it's not going to make or break me as far as my love for the Transformers. Like I'm never gonna, till the grave, they're gonna have a special place in my heart, regardless of what
Mhm.
direction they take, comic wise, entertainment wise.
Yeah.
They're never going to be able to dim my passion for
Yeah.
yesterday's bots. But I would like to see them going in the direction they did with Bumblebee. I think that's definitely. I mean, it just had the right amount, in my opinion. Uh, it didn't have like slapstick humor too much. I mean, I guess maybe if I could say one scene that wasn't necessary is when he snuck into the house. I guess that was kind of like more for the kids.
Yeah. So
But
like a dog, he had like a little dog or something, and
yeah, I mean, it's that's whatever. But
yeah.
yeah, they did a good job. They did a heck of a lot better, in my opinion, than the previous movies. I have only seen the um, first Bay movie and a little
Really?
bit of the second, but the first one, I couldn't stay awake. I still can't to this. I
Huh.
haven't tried recently, but dude,
Yeah.
I fall asleep with one of the battles because it's just so hard to follow. And like I'm just like,
That
I'm
is
done.
true. I was going to mention, yeah, the Bumblebee movie, you could actually tell who was fighting.
Yeah,
The first one, when Bumblebee and Barricade fought, it was just shredded metal everywhere. You're just like, I don't know which one's which. But with
yeah,
B, when him and Dropkick fought, I thought that was
hmm
cool when they used the transformation when he transformed into a beetle. I say
yeah,
buttle, Jeebus, a beetle, and you could that was cool, and you
yeah.
could actually tell, and that is, it has been 10 something years, the film stuff has gotten better and everything, but you like I said, you could just tell who was fighting, and it looked a lot cleaner and crisper, I think.
Oh yeah, and you felt like a connection when he fought Blitzwing, who looked like
Mhm.
Starscream. Like, when everybody did the previews, I even did a little spoof, like
Me
hey,
too.
you look, yeah, we're like, yay, Starscream comes in Blitzwing. I forget exactly what I said, but I did a video on it. But when I saw that first battle scene, I was like, wow, it just felt right because like
Mhm.
you said, you could follow it and you could like
Yeah.
experience rather than saying. You're like,
Yeah, like,
okay, well,
just shreds of metal everywhere. You're like, wow.
yeah,
I did a video too when they showed that first preview or the trailer. And
right.
yeah, Starscream's in there, and then like a week or two later, it's not Starscream. I was like, I'm kind of glad it wasn't because
Yeah,
Blitzwing got killed.
right.
Spoiler, sorry if you haven't seen it.
Uh-huh.
Blitzwing got killed, but he never was called Blitzwing. He never said it was never said that his name was Blitzwing in there. So,
No, it wasn't. No.
but
But
yeah,
they had great memes on the internet about like
exactly.
they did one like where it was like like who's that Pokemon, and it was
Hmm.
Starscream's silhouette at the top, and at the
Yeah,
bottom it
I'm
was like
all.
it's Blitzwing. Yeah,
Dude,
it was
everybody
great.
sent them to me because I'm a big Starscream fan,
Oh, okay.
and everybody sent them to me, and I'm
Oh,
like,
you saw all the meme.
I get them, yeah, whatever,
Scooby Doo one was good.
move on, whatever. Anyway, okay, so now we'll move on to your display, how you display and everything. So it looks like behind you, you have a bookcase, and you got
Hmm.
them all standing up. Do you have other? How do you display your other stuff? Like, do you have just bookcases, or do you have detolfs or glass cases? How do you usually display all your stuff?
Bookcases. Yeah, I don't have any detolfs.
Okay, good.
they look good. I'm not knocking them. And, also the Billy bookcases from IKEA, they're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I've seen people do that. That's something that I would like to do in the future, because when you stack them up high, it kind of gets a little scary sometimes.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. I'm surprised you don't have them behind glass cases at least. I think
With the box ones, I have
Yeah.
the loose ones behind glass behind me.
Okay. Okay.
But the box, I dust them every week. I just take them down. I never get tired of looking at them, so it just gives me an excuse to.
Exactly. Well, that's good. That's very nice. Like I said, I think that I've seen them displayed like that, like they were like kind of angled at a different same way or something like that, and they would just move. You could just see them. They look really nice behind some glass cases.
Okay, yeah. I think M from Transformers and video games, he has his
Yeah.
Billy.
Mhm.
I think it's a
I
Billy
have them on.
bookcase.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah,
He
really
has
good.
in the glasses and stuff, and he has
Yeah.
the big ones
Mhm.
up top.
He has a wonder. Y'all both, man. I swear to God, y'all could join y'all's powers together and just just be a museum of Transformer G1 stuff, man. It's beautiful.
He's got a nice collection. So does Mike Kincaid. His
Oh,
place. Yeah,
come on. I've had Mike. Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
Mike on before. He's
another great dude.
like
Yeah.
out and shout. Come on, give it up for them. Yay. Mike, Mike is awesome. He's a good dude. But yeah, his
Yeah.
collection just to see all three of y'all, it's just like that's what you strive for in collection. Is so nice and everything. So beautiful. Bravo.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice. So if someone gave you $1,000, would you be responsible and pay bills, or would you buy Transformers or any other toys you want to buy?
If they just gave me $1,000,
Yeah, give it to you.
honestly, I would not spend it on myself. I would, I'd get stuff for other people.
Okay.
So that's I definitely. I don't think I would spend a dollar on myself. I think I would just spend it on other people.
Nice. Well, I would love a G1 Starscream. Just saying. But yeah, that's really nice. Okay, cool. So are you a crunchy or soft kind of guy for cookies?
Am I a what? Crunchy?
A crunchy or
Oh,
soft?
I thought you said Cunchy because it's funny because I grew up in Conshohocken and they
Oh,
call
no.
Cunchy.
I knew that. I knew that's where you're from, so that's why I said it. No, do you like crunchy or soft cookies?
Soft.
Oh, okay. Milk?
Sure, yeah.
No, I don't know. You're kind of hesitant on that. I don't think you'd like the milk.
Well, you mean like milk with cookies or milk chocolate cookies?
Milk with cookies. Like you dip it in there. And...
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
I need milk with cookies.
Okay.
That's definitely.
Right. So, how do you say? And this is a new question. You're the first person I'm trying to do this with. Do you say caramel or caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
You say caramel?
Caramel.
Okay. Because I was actually talking to my wife last night about it, and she said she calls it caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah. Or like that, and I'm like, no, it's caramel. She's like, no, I say caramel. So I'm just like, man, that's a good question. I should ask people that and see how they say it.
Yeah, no, caramel. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, because some people say potato or tomato.
Right. You could say caramel.
Caramel. I'm sorry, it was caramel. That's how she said it. She's like,
caramel.
Caramel. I'm like, why do you say it caramel? I'm like, I call it caramel. Kind of
What sparked that? What sparked that debate? Just one night eating it?
No clue. We were eating out, and they had a cheesecake, and she likes caramel on her cheesecake. I don't like. I like chocolate, and she's like, I want that caramel cheesecake, and I'm like, why do you say caramel like that? So I was like, that's what got me to like, maybe I should ask people how they say caramel. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe that failed. It failed.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Different ways to say things.
Yeah, it is. And I just want to see some people, I talk different, because I'm from the South, and I sound different from a lot of people. And I just like to hear when people like you from the North, the way y'all sound, sound out stuff, we don't sound out like that down here. So it's just a question. I threw it out there. Maybe I'll use it again, but you kind of shot it down. So I'm sad now. But okay. So, and we were talking about, you said, when you first started, and we were talking about how the, fandom is toxic. How bad was it whenever they started, with you, your reviews and everything? Were they really mean?
Yeah, some of them pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. It almost inspired me to keep going. If that makes sense. I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting haters, so I must be doing something right. So I kept going.
Yeah, I've never gone. When I started, I didn't go through that. Like, I don't get a lot. I get here once in a while. I get called, fat ass or something like that, and I'm like, come on now. I've heard all the fat jokes. Come up with something different.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but I've never gotten really bad ones like that, and I've seen other big reviewers like MGO, Bobby Skullface and everything. They get hate all the time, and I don't understand why. Because we are adults and you're fighting over a toy. I really don't understand, or somebody's opinion.
Right.
Like, wow.
Exactly. It doesn't make too much sense, and plus, it's not like it's not anything that's like really controversial that would spark some kind of hatred or anger. It's it's somebody's passion for something that they like, and it's it doesn't make sense. And some of the things that were thrown at me, I didn't feed. I never fed the trolls.
Good.
There was only one that was really, really, really bad, and that was kind of somewhat recent, probably about a couple months ago, and I had to actually report to Google.
Okay, good.
It was like threatening and all this stuff, and it was out of nowhere. So, but it's you're throwing yourself out there to like the world, which has a lot, which has a lot of people in it, and everybody's not good. So this is how it is.
So let me ask you a question. How far are you almost done finishing your G1 collection? Like, are you trying to go for like the whole boxed G1?
No, I'm not a completist in any of the things that I collect. I just collect what hits the heart.
Okay.
But I do want to get the, like, you can see, I don't know if you see the Fort Max.
Yeah.
Okay. He's the only G1 original headmaster that I have. And of course, he's like the grail of the headmasters. Oh wait, I stand corrected. Scorponok's up there. I don't know if you can see him.
Right behind him. Yeah, I see him.
Okay, so I have those two. So those are like the two titans of the series. I would like to get like Chrome Dome, Hardhead, Mind Wipe, and Skull Cruncher.
Yeah.
So do I need them in a box? Probably not, but I would definitely like to have the G1s.
So do you go looking for, like, when you're going for hunting, hunting and everything, do you looking for unboxed or you just look them loose? Does it matter to you which one is which?
Usually boxed, but I think I got pretty much all the box ones that I want almost. So it would probably be just loose and complete.
You're fine with that. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So does anybody got any questions for this guy? I'm sure he'll love to answer anybody. Thank y'all very much for coming in. It's gone pretty smooth. It's messed up twice, but it kind of evened itself out. So hopefully it won't crap out or anything. I'll ask people if they want to ask you a question, but I have one last question.
Sure.
Where do you see Retro now in 5 years?
Definitely still on there. Even if I stopped making videos, I wouldn't take the content down. But I definitely see myself. I don't see an end in the near future. I definitely wouldn't do it just to do it. In other words, I wouldn't do it just to kick content out, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it just to get content out. So it's if my heart's not in it, and I don't want to share the item, and I don't have a passion for it, or I'm not excited about it, I'm not just going to force something out. So I definitely, I don't see an end, but who's to say what happens in 5 years?
It was a Shattercast thing, where they always asked us, where do you see third party in 5 years? So I would ask if you're doing reviews, or if you're doing photography or something, anything that you like to do in the Transformer community. I always ask where you see yourself in 5 years, and usually the same, like, hopefully still around,
right.
Still living.
Seriously, yeah, definitely. When after you pass the 40, you're like, hey, I want to still be here. You froze. I don't know if I'm frozen.
I know, it's downhill. You're just like,
there you are. Wait, there you are. I don't hear you, yo. Don't hear. I'm a horrible lip reader, so I can't understand. Something about cheese? No, not about cheese. All right. I thought it was close. Nope. I don't know why I can't hear you at all. Is that my end? Your end? Your end? Nope. Cheese crackers. No. That's weird that I can't hear you, but I can see you fine. Am I sure that's on your end? Yeah, it's gotta be. I'm sorry, dude. I can't hear you at all. Can you hear me? You can. Okay. All right. You can like write things down and hold it up, and I can. Did you just lose everybody? Did everybody just drop? Did we have anybody watching? Oh, we did? Okay, cool. Oh, you can close it out and I just sit here and smile and wave. You hit me up on the Instagram, Nat, and we can talk. Or is that what you're doing now? Oh, okay. Let me get my thing. Let's see. Use Chrome and click on the link. No, is that an old message? That's an old message? Okay. I don't see it. You sent it through Instagram?